happen. So when you're getting what you don't want, just use that as clarity to just push you into, well, what do I want? And then step into it as if it's already happened. Just be there right now. Imagine, sense, and feel it in every cell of your body as if it's already happened. And your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what's real and what you vividly imagine. So I guarantee you, as soon as you step into that and let your cells dance and feel the deliciousness of what you want just moving through your body, it happens really fast.
So that's number one. If this is what I don't want, what do I want instead? What's number two?
Well, just like you said, what can I think right now? I got this from kids. You know, we talked about this when I took care of Nicholas that one day. Just watching kids, and I could see them thinking, well, okay, this is really fun, but what can I do right now that's even more fun? And they just run from one thing to another. They change the rules in the game. That's another really good way, a really easy way for you to move instantly into more joy, more happiness right then. Just ask yourself,
what can I think about
right now that feels better than this? And the thought will come into your mind instantly. And as soon as it does, here's the key. I'm going to say it again. Step into it as if it's already happened and let yourself have that good feeling. As soon as you get the feeling, subconscious mind, as you're acting out part of your mind, as you get that good feeling, get that good picture, it's on its way. And it's that easy.
That's right. And if after you wrote down the number two and you're having difficulty stepping into that good feeling, write down number three, and that's going to be, have I suffered enough? If you're not allowing yourself to have that good feeling in that moment for a microsecond, if you're not allowing yourself to feel good for just a moment, ask yourself, have you suffered enough? No judgment. We suffer so that we can, again, see the contrast and know what we really, really want. And boy, Mitchell's really good for throwing that one in my face whenever I have a problem.
It's a good motivator, isn't it?
It is a good motivator because, you know what? When I realize that I've suffered enough, I've done this to myself for as long as I need to, and it's a lot easier to just let it go and move on.
That's such a good point. Let it go. And people say, let what go? You know, I just had this with a client last week. Let what go? What am I supposed to let go? Your story. Let go of the story. It's just simply your interpretation of some event that happened to you in your life. You can't change the events, so your story just needs to change. Whatever that interpretation of the event is, obviously, if it's creating a negative outcome, has a negative emotion to it, so your interpretation is a negative interpretation. Your belief about what happened, about yourself, about your life is a negative experience. Change it.
Yeah, Viktor Frankl in Man's Search for Meaning wrote about his time in the concentration camp when he lost everything, his family, his pride, his dignity, everything that they could take, the Nazis could take away from him, they took. And what he realized in that state was the one thing that they couldn't touch was his thoughts and how he interpreted the events and how he decided to talk to himself about it and how he decided to view it. They couldn't touch that. Therein was his freedom, that he had control over his thoughts, his mind, and how he thought about the events. And that's basically what got him through. So, the Bible says, unto every life a little rain must fall. Buddha talked to the woman who was upset about suffering, and he told her to go out and get a mustard seed from every house that hadn't experienced suffering after her son had died, and she came back with no mustard seeds because everyone had experienced it. That's the truth. Every single one of us on this planet, we've all got stories. Ooh, we've got stories of nasty stuff. We put it up on TV and dramas and this and that.
And we tell each other all the time.
We call our friends up and we have to do a drama, and we've all got it. Every single one of us. Yes, some seem more extreme than the others, but it's all about interpretation. And so when you're ready to let go of the drama, when you're ready to let go of the suffering, that's when you get to step into more of all of those good feelings. Number 4, write down this. I always have a choice. You always have a choice for what you are going to think in that moment. You have a choice to panic. You have a choice to just enjoy the solitude. You have a choice to do whatever it is. You are the master of your mind. Always. It doesn't mean that once you condition your mind, you're never going to have a negative thought again. That's absurd. We're humans. We have the range of emotions. I personally think that we come down into bodies so we can feel all the emotions, the good ones and the bad ones. So you have a choice to choose the bad ones too. If that's what you're digging right then and that's what you want to feel, go for it. But you always have a choice. And if you want to know more about how to get more choices, send us an email. It's yourmindthatmatters.com. We'd be happy to share with you some more of the tips and tools. Go to YouTube. Check out past shows.
Change really isn't that hard, is it, Brandy?
It really isn't. And I've gone through something recently, Mitch, I'd like to share with you and the viewers around success. You know, I have all these goals and dreams, and I'm making movement towards them, but I think, you know, when am I going to know I'm going to be successful, or when am I a failure? When, you know, where's the drawing line? You know, some people say, oh, you're a success when, or you're a failure if you don't, and all of those things go around in my head, around and around and around. And this weekend, while I was just relaxing in our beautiful cabin in Ruidoso in the mountains, it just hit me like a thunderbolt. I am a successful for the simple fact that I breathe air. For the fact that I wake up in the morning and choose to go through another day on this planet, I'm a success, and guess what? So are you. You're a success. I don't care if you lay on the couch all day long, eating bonbons or doing what you're doing.
That sounds like a success to me.
You're a success. Thank you very much. And I finally got it. Now, I've heard that before from other people, but it wasn't until I really took it into my body that I went, oh, okay, yeah, I'm already a success. I don't have to do one other thing for the rest of my life, and I'm successful. Okay, we ranted, we raved.
Ranted and raved. So now we're going to rant and rave just a little bit more, but we're going to make this really fun and quick. I'm going to go through the list of questions here, and we're going to move through this pretty quick. I just say the first thing that pops into your mind, okay?
Okay.
Breathe.
Like I'm on a game show, yes, all right.
Okay, so Brandy, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, my favorite movie is Dead Poets Society. A little bit of an older movie, but
yeah, excellent.
Robin
I love
Williams.
that movie.
Yeah, I love Robin Williams.
What's your favorite song?
Oh, Let It Be by the Beatles.
Oh, beautiful.
I like a bunch of really fast beat music and things, but Let It Be is like, since I was a little kid, the first time I heard that, I'm like, how profound is that? Just let it be.
That's so funny because you said as a little kid, I'm like, but that song wasn't even out when you were a little kid, but actually, that's me.
Yeah, that's for you. It actually came out before I was born. I think the year before I was born.
Okay, I think I was like 15.